What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Summoner back in the video. Today we'll be going over my week 3 predictions. We will have our lock of the week and we will go over every single game, and I'll give you guys my predictions and analysis of each game. Last week we did not have a good week, which brought our record on the year to 17-17, which is 500, and I plan to bring that back up. We got a lot of close games this week, and I really do think that I know what's going to happen, and I think we're going to have a good week. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe because we are trying to hit 420 subscribers as soon as possible. That'd be awesome if you guys could subscribe. Make sure to like the video. That also helps the channel grow, and that also helps more people see these videos, and I really would appreciate it because I put a lot of time and effort into these picks. And the last thing I will say is comment your guys' opinions down below. I do this for you guys to interact. I do this for the interactions. I do this to see what you guys are thinking, and comment your guys' what your guys' thoughts on the video. Comment any feedback, and yeah, besides that, we're gonna get straight into the video right now. Opening up week 3 with a big matchup. We have the Patriots and Jets. It is in New York. But I will say the Patriots have looked absolutely phenomenal. They are 6-point dogs right now. But, man, they've been playing good. They've surprised me so much. Their defense looks very good. And their offense is playing very sound, not turning the ball over and controlling the clock. The Jets, on the other hand, Aaron Rodgers has stayed healthy these first 2 games. The passing game hasn't looked the best. They have not got big playmaker Garrett Wilson involved, which that's a guy they definitely need to get involved if they want to win more games. But Breece Hall and Braylon Allen out of the backfield have actually been a pretty solid duo. Last week they looked pretty good together. It will be interesting to see how and what they do with that backfield, if they make that more of a committee or if they continue to lean on Breece Hall a little more. But Braylon Allen looks pretty good out of that backfield. But I will be going with the Jets this game. My deciding factor is the offenses. I do think that the Jets will bust on the scene. I think Garrett Wilson will get involved, and I think that they will have a breakthrough game because Garrett Wilson has definitely been frustrated. He has not had a good first 2 weeks of Aaron Rodgers. But I do think that this is the best quarterback that he's ever played with, and I definitely think that they will work it out, and I think this week will be a coming out party for them. Our next matchup will be the Bears and the Colts. They are playing in Indianapolis, which is probably why the Colts are favored by 1 point. This is a toss-up game in my opinion. This one could go either way, but I'm going to give it to the Bears. The Bears defense, man, it is absolutely phenomenal. It kept them in that game last week with the Texans, and it is a great defense, and I'm excited to see it this week. I definitely think that the offense will keep getting better and better. It's just growing pains with Caleb Williams, and also, man, he got pressure on 36 out of 37 dropbacks. That's bad. That's really bad. And he was trying to play hero ball last week. I think that's what cost him the game. And I definitely think that he's going to learn from that, grow from that. And I think he'll continue to get better and better. Colts, on the other hand, AR-15. Last week he did not look good. They lost to the Packers, which they were like 4-point favorites. That was also my lock of the week, man. They definitely let me down there. But I was not expecting that whatsoever. But also, you kind of got to remember that AR-15 is pretty much a rookie. He's only played 7 games in the NFL. So, man, he is essentially a rookie back there. So these are pretty much both rookie quarterbacks playing with pretty solid defenses. It's going to be a good game, but I am going to take the Bears here, and I do think that they will win this game. The next team we'll be talking about is the Chargers and Steelers. Very tight game, 1.5-point spread favoring the Steelers. But I am going to go with the Steelers here. I do think that they will win this game. The Chargers, man, Justin Herbert, it looks a little banged up, and I do think that the Steelers can take advantage of that. I saw what they did to that Broncos offense last week, and that was crazy, man. That Steelers defense is just straight shut down, and any team facing that could be in trouble. Justin Herbert's also banged up, so I definitely think that that will affect that, and I have no idea if he's going to play. I have no idea if Harbaugh is going to rush him out there or if they're going to give him the week off. But if they do it, and if they go against Easton Stick, I have no doubt in my mind that the Steelers will win this game. But if Justin Herbert does play, this game could go either way, in my opinion. The Steelers' offense has not looked great whatsoever. They scored 1 touchdown all year, but that defense is so elite. And, I don't know if the Chargers' starting quarterback is going to play, so I'm going to go with the Steelers here. Next game will be the Eagles and Saints, and it is in New Orleans, and the Saints are 2.5-point favorites. But, man, I am going to ride with the Saints here. The Saints have looked absolutely phenomenal in these first 2 weeks. They absolutely murdered the Panthers week 1, and then they went and they caught another body. Alvin Kamara snapped, and they beat the crap out of the Cowboys, which I did not expect whatsoever. This Saints team is looking good, and they are hot, and I'm going to ride the hot hand here, and I'm just going to keep saying the Saints, man. Now that I probably say the Saints will win, they will probably lose, but I'm going to go with the Saints here. They've looked great. Their play calling has been absolutely fantastic. That new coordinator they got, is going to be a head coach candidate. They look great on offense, man. And that defense is pretty good. They've always had a good defense, but that offense has always struggled since Drew Brees retired. And now that their offense looks finally competent, this Saints team could be a dark horse, man. The Saints team could cause some problems in that NFC South division. I do not know. It's going to be very interesting to see. And I'm very excited to see if they can beat the Eagles this week. But in my opinion, I will be going on the Saints. Next game we'll be talking about is the Titans versus Packers in Tennessee. The Titans are 3-point favorites right now, and I will be going with the Titans. I do think that they will beat the Packers here. The Packers, again, their run game and their defense looked absolutely great in that win over the Colts. But, man, Tennessee's defense looks so good. They're elite, man. They've been playing absolutely fantastic. If that offense can get it going, I mean, Tony Pollard's been looking pretty good, but if Will Levis can get it going, this team is dangerous, man. And I definitely think that he will get it going. And I think that if he can just eliminate the dumb mistakes like he's done the last 2 weeks, fumbling in his ends or fumbled in the red zone, or throwing that pick with the game on the line, if he can eliminate mistakes like that, that team could be 2-0 right now. You never know. And I do think that the Titans will get together, and I do think that they will beat the Packers this week. The Texans opened up as 2.5-point favorites, and I'm going to ride with them. I do think that the Texans will win this game. The Vikings looked absolutely great last week in that upset win over San Fran, and I'm a big believer in any given Sunday. I think that this will be a close game. The Texans have played 2 close games, but I do think that the Texans will win this game. CJ Stroud looks absolutely phenomenal, man. He makes some throws that are just absolutely unbelievable. And that Texans defense shut down the Bears last week, which granted is the Bears. The Bears haven't looked the best. But I do think that the Texans are cooking, and I do think that they will start off the year 3-0. It is lock of the week time, and our lock of the week will be the Browns versus the Giants. Give me the Browns. I do believe that the Browns will get it done, and I do think that they will cover 6.5 points. They're 6.5-point favorites at home. Deshaun Watson looked better last week as they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars as underdogs. That defense is always elite, and I do think that they will shut down the Giants. The Giants, they lost to the Commanders. They lost their week 1 game. They got absolutely dominated. So, man, I do think that the Browns will shut them down, and I think that the Browns will easily cover 6.5. That line is free. I'm not going to lie to you. I do think that this will happen, and that's why it is my lock of the week, baby. We're 1-1 in locks of the weekend. It's about to be 2-1. I'm so confident in this pick. Lock it up if you guys have the chance. We have one more 1 o'clock game, and that is the Bucs versus the Broncos. The Bucs versus the Broncos, in my opinion, is not very interesting. I do think the Buccaneers will win this game. They've looked absolutely phenomenal these first 2 weeks. It is a 7-point spread right now. This was close to being my lock of the week. Those are about a coin flip, but I'm very confident in this Bucs team. This Bucs team, again, is looked great. Baker Mayfield has been playing great ball. He's been playing smart and safe, and he's been making great plays. Their running game has not looked very good, though. They have not been able to move the ball on the ground, which is something that could stop them if they aren't able to fix that. But, I am very confident in Baker Mayfield, and I believe in him as a quarterback. And I also think that this Bucs defense will shut down Bo Nix. Bo Nix has been making a lot of dumb mistakes. Sean Payton is not really helping him either, though. And this Broncos team looks like an absolute mess. Our next pick, we have the Dolphins versus the Seahawks, and man, this one's a tough one to talk about because I am a Dolphins fan, and last week hurt, man. We got absolutely belt to ass by the Bills, and Tua got hurt again, and now we are with Skylar Thompson in an offense that's designed for Tua, which against a 2-0 team with a mastermind defensive coach in Mike McDonald, it is not looking good for the Dolphins with Skylar Thompson starting. But man, fuck all that. We're going with the Dolphins, baby. I think the Dolphins will win this game. I do believe in Skylar, even though he has looked all right in his NFL appearances. I think that Mike McDaniel is an offensive genius, and I think that these guys will counteract each other. These coaches are the real make or break in this game. They are both masterminds in their own departments, defense and offense. I think that Mike McDaniel will cook up and help Skylar Thompson and make an offense cater to him and help him out. And I definitely think that the playmakers will come alive for the Dolphins with guys like Devon Achane, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle on a 10-day rest. I think that the Dolphins will surprise a lot of people and they will look decent. And I think that the Dolphins will win this game. Panthers, Raiders. Give me the Raiders, man. The Raiders. I almost picked the Panthers because I think Andy Dalton will come in and have a good game. But I'm going to go with the Raiders. They looked great on offense last week. Their offense came alive. Brock Bowers looks absolutely phenomenal. They have guys like Devontae Adams. As Zamir White can get his stuff together, they have him, Madison, Jacoby Myers. Their offense has a lot of talent on it. And that defense, man, that defensive line is top 3 in the league. Crosby and Wilkins are just an absolutely elite duo that can cause hell for a quarterback. And I do think that the Panthers will have a little more success on offense, and it sucks to see because I really was rooting for Bryce Young. I think that Bryce Young has a lot of talent. I think he's a great person. But if Andy Dalton does go in there and show that this Carolina offense is not as bad as it seems, then it looks like the end of the road for Bryce Young, which is unfortunate. But I will be going with the Raiders in this game. Ravens Cowboys. This is a very interesting game. Both teams are coming off disappointing losses, but I'm going to go with the Ravens here, man. I think that the Ravens are going to smack the dog piss out of the Cowboys. I think Lamar Jackson is going to play pissed off, and even though I think that the Cowboys will keep up, and I think it'll be an interesting game, Micah Parsons is a guy you do not want to count out, but this Ravens team loves to run the ball, and the one thing that Micah Parsons struggles in is run defense, and this team will target Micah Parsons with run defense, and they will make Micah Parsons have to sit out, and they will cause a dysfunction in this game for the Cowboys defense, and I think that will be the big key for the Ravens to win in this ball game. Next, we have the 49ers and the Rams. Give me the Niners. I don't even have to say anything else. The Rams are absolutely banged up in the receiver court, which granted, there's so many receivers nowadays that receivers are so, what's the word? They're so versatile. There we go. They're so versatile. It took me like 10 seconds, but they're so versatile. There's so many good receivers nowadays, and losing those two, that's a bad loss, but you've seen it before. Sean McVay can make players better than they are. Matt Stafford can make players better than they are, and I think that they will be competitive in this game. And I think that they will give the 49ers a run for their money, but at the end of the day, the 49ers are going to be pissed off coming off a bad loss last week. Give me the Niners, man. Next, we have the Lions versus Cardinals, man. This is going to be my favorite game of this week. This is a great game. The Cardinals, Kyler Murray look absolutely electric. Marv is finally here. Marv went absolutely crazy in that quarter. He torched the Rams. He baked their ass, and that shit was crazy to watch. But the Lions, on the other hand, they are going to be playing pissed off. They lost a bad game to the Buccaneers, which is a bad loss to have. Even though the Bucs look great, man, it's still a bad loss. You do not want to lose on home turf. But honestly, man, the Lions are 3-point favorites in Arizona, and I'm going to go with the Cardinals here. We're going to go for the upset. I think that the Cardinals, man, they've looked absolutely great these first 2 weeks. Even though they lost the Bills, they kept in pace with the Bills. But that offense looks so good. Kyler looks like he is back, man. Kyler looks absolutely phenomenal, and I do think that they will beat the Lions here. Chiefs Falcons, give me the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs, they've looked a little iffy. They've been in 2 very tight games. But man, at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes is the best player in all football, and I'm not going to bet against the best player in football, especially when they're 2-0. You know, they are down Isaiah Pacheco, but I'm very interested to see who's going to step up. I believe in Carson Steele. I think that he could have a big role in this offense, and I think that these Chiefs can still be great without Pacheco. You know, I'm waiting to see Travis Kelce get more involved. But it's going to be a very interesting game. You know, the Falcons are coming off a very good Monday Night Football win over the Eagles where they made a comeback. Kirk led a 2-minute drive to win the game with a clutch touchdown to London. So overall, this is going to be a great game, and I'm super excited for the Sunday Night Football matchup. We got 2 games left. We have the Jaguars and the Bills and the Commanders and Bengals. Jaguars, Bills, give me the Bills. That's not even a question. I think that the Bills will win this game. They are 5-point favorites right now in Buffalo. I'm really excited for this game. I think that James Cook has a chance to break out and become one of the best running backs in all football. I think that Josh Allen is going to make a big claim in this game. This is back-to-back primetime games for them. They are going to be on a long rest, which, you know, they may start out slow, but I think that they will come on and they will dominate this game. Commanders and Bengals. The Commanders are 7.5-point dogs in Cincinnati. This may seem like a dumb pick, but I'm going to go with the Washington Commanders here. I think that Jaden Daniels will win this game. You know, the Bengals always start out slow, and I think that they will start out 0-3 this year. I don't know why, but that Bengals team they aren't appealing to me. They are not playing good. There's something up with them. I have no idea what's going on with them, but they're not playing good, and I really am a believer in Jaden Daniels. I think that he's going to light this team up. I think he's going to get Terry McLaurin involved with this offense. I think that they will win this game. All right, guys, that's my predictions for week 3. We're going to see how we do. I can't wait to show you guys. I hope it goes good, and I hope if you guys do bet responsibly. You know, at the end of the day, be smart, gamble with money that you have. But I'm really excited for this whole season, and I'm really happy that you guys clicked on the video. If you guys made it this far, I really do appreciate you guys, and I hope that we can continue to keep doing these videos. These videos are sick, and they're so much fun. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video, make sure to comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a blessed day, guys. I appreciate all y'all.